Hi, I am Agustin. Welcome to Spain, the home of Iberdrola.
Agustin, thank you for joining us on the road in a very pivotal time for Europe and the world. Let's start off with a broader question about the energy transition. Recently, Iberdrola's chairman, Mr. Galán, said it's time for action, not words.
This energy transition is not only about renewables, it's also about security of supply and also about competitiveness. So in Europe, we don't have huge fossil resources, but we have land and renewables and the possibility to create a new era for our energy. And we have to do that for these three reasons: for the security of supply, for the competitiveness, and for the environment. And for the competitiveness side that is so much talked about, we need to keep improving our technology, our capacity to roll out our renewable resources, and with this being able to provide to our industry with resources that are not just exposed to global markets where somebody decides what is the price.
The starting point for that European competitiveness is R&D. Iberdrola spent 400 million euros last year in 2024 on R&D. Where's the money going to in the future?
We have to do many things in this energy transition. First, we have to improve and increase how we do the renewables, how we harness the power of wind and water and sun. But then we have to move this power to our customers. So anything related to networks, we have to make our networks even more reliable, even more effective to move all the power that is needed in this energy transition, because we are going to electrify the economy. But last and not least, it is we have to change how we use energy. 80% of the energy uses are still fossil fuels. If we don't change these fossil habits, we are not going to advance in this energy transition. So we have to increase how we use the energy, and we have to facilitate our customers to change the uses of energy, to incorporate these renewables that we know how to do it mostly with electricity.
Change often comes from new ideas. Startups are often a good source for those new ideas. It's a subject that I know is close to your heart.
We have found that in this energy transition, this is not only about big utilities or integrated companies, but it appeals to the whole society. We have been talking about the customers before, but there is also a big number of new companies that are developing new business models that somehow are challenging us. That is good because they are making us better, and that are also showing us that there are different ways of doing these new things. So we have a corporate venture fund, we and other companies do so, that try to invest and help these companies to develop their ideas, if we can, to collaborate with them, even to incorporate them into our business models. And with this, we are able to scout. In Iberdrola, we scout more than 300 companies per year, and with this we understand what is going on beyond what are our core operations.
Acceleration, action, these are the key words if we're going to drive this competitiveness. Let's look at the crystal ball for 2025 and beyond. What is your outlook for the Spanish energy transition?
I think Spain, within the European context, is very well positioned for this energy transition to happen. We have been blessed with a lot of land, with wind resources, with sun resources, and we have developed a very interesting ecosystem of companies that are able to harness all these capacities. So we have been meeting our targets on renewables for many years, but it's true that we have been also lagging behind a bit in this incorporation of these renewables into the society, into the final uses. I'm talking about electric vehicles, I'm talking about heat pumps, and I'm talking even about electrification. I think this is going to change. Currently, electricity prices in Spain are 30% less than in Europe, and it's going to be even bigger in the future, because we have this big sources of supply, and I think we are going to be able to attract industries that have a big energy cost, and they will be willing to come here because industries like to be in the places in which their costs are cheaper. And with this ecosystem of companies, with these cheap electricity prices, and hopefully with the facilities that we can give here in Spain for 2025, but 2030, we will be able to move even faster in this energy transition.
Augustin, thank you very much for your insights. Looking forward to see you in Bilbao in November.
I will be there for sure. Thank you.
For more insights, be sure to join the Inlet community.